Howdy, folks. It's been a minute, but it's time for Morning Joe. I'm grateful. I've been the last week or so. I haven't done any videos or had much contact other than just folks at church, and I'm just really diligently just seeking total peace. And there was some comments made on the brother Steve, a guest, done a guest message Sunday, and there was mention in that of in the book of Mark in chapter 4, where Peter or the brethren got real scared in the storm, and Jesus was laying over in the corner of the boat just chilling out and sleeping, and they woke him up freaked out, and he just woke up and looked around, and he just simply said, "Peace, be still." And the storm was gone. And as I really began to ponder that the last week or 10 days, I just really, what really is peace? Peace. And I know in my own life, in the last year, things have really settled down, and I've really begun to trust God and believe 100% in Him. And, the music thing popped up here recently, and I had laid it down for a while, and it popped up, and I thought, oh my goodness, here we go. And as I began to press forward with trying to capture music by being in the praise band again, I just didn't feel peace. And God finally spoke to me, and He said, He reminded me that He had closed that season. And I struggled with that some, but I think in the last week or 10 days that what I've been doing is coming to a full understanding of what peace really means and how it applies to my life. And I've done some study in Strong's Concordance and some scriptures this morning. And peace is and there's a ton of different applications in the Bible, but in the one where God said, used the word peace and said, peace be still. Excuse me. Excuse me. That means quietness, no fighting and arguing. In the secular realm, it's horizontal interaction, chill, and don't get wound up and those types of things. But in the spiritual realm, it's in your soul. And so I've really been struggling, and not struggling is not a word, I've just really been seeking to find, not struggling to find, but seeking to find that really complete peace. And the example of God just speaking in the storms, or Christ just speaking in the storms just going away, is yet just one more of a million examples why, if we trust Christ completely, and there's any type of a storm or a disillusionment or anything in our lives, we can just ask God, God, I'm worried about this, please wipe it away. And he'll simply just say, peace, be still. And the word peace and the word still go together well, because, you know, if you're jumping around, moving around, running 87 miles an hour, it's hard to find peace. And so, you know, in the book of Mark, where it talks about what Jesus did, is a great example of what we need to do, which is first ask God to show us the path to peace, and then be still and get quiet. And you know, in the book of Psalms, I think it's chapter 40 something, I don't remember exactly. You know, it said, be still and know that I am God. And still means lack of rabble rousing, lack of moving around, jumping around. We got to get quiet. We can't hear that still small voice that it talks about, I think, in somewhere in Kings or something. So what am I trying to say? You got a lot of noise in your life, and I talked about noise here a few weeks ago, but I just felt led this morning to speak to you about, especially when you get up in the morning. If you get up in the morning and your feet are running 90 miles an hour before they even touch the floor, you've missed the entire day already. You say, but you don't understand. I got 4 kids. I got to get up and get to school. My husband gets up and goes to work, or my wife gets up and goes to work. You do all this. Listen, if you wouldn't stay up so late at night watching TV and all those things, get up 5 minutes earlier, get on your knees and just ask God to show you the peace that can be in the day. Even if it's a busy day, you can still have God's peace. I love you guys, and I'm not going to be doing as many videos. I'm starting to be able to do a little bit of work again. My body's fighting me, but I'm getting up and having my prayer time and that kind of stuff, and then I go down to the shop and work a couple hours every day, and that's about all I can do. But it makes me feel worthy again to be strengthened to do a little bit of work to help Stephen out. So y'all be blessed, and we'll speak again soon.